Hey, everybody. Got a real cool episode for you today. Jake Vollink reached out to us through Facebook with a really cool hunt that he got on film a while back of him and his buddy hunting over a cornfield. And we wanted to share it with everybody. Jake has been using beast tactics for a number of years now. And in this video, he talks about how those tactics have helped him over the years become a better hunter. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right into it.
My buddy Luke, he's on the Hunting Beast forum, and he started telling me about Dan and how the bedding area hunting. I'm like, you're nuts! You expect me to believe a buck beds in the same place, on a regular basis? I also hunt in northern Michigan too, and it's like just homogeneous woods. There's no real defined, you can get elevation and things, but I walked through the woods when I was a kid and you jump a deer and just random spots, and
Right.
I'm like, there's no way you're telling me that a deer will come back in bed, to this same bed or whatever. And he's like, no, there's certain things you can look for, and it's like odds, you're just upping your odds in certain areas. It's not like they necessarily deer will come back to the same bed every night or every day, but you can increase your odds by finding certain terrain features and whatnot that will put you in the game.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess tell me about that hunt a little bit.
Yeah. I think it was the first Saturday Sunday weekend in October of that year. So I forget it. I think it was like the 5th of October, if I remember right. But we went down to the lease, got there on a Friday night, and it was after hunting. We didn't make it out for that night, and it was so hot, and the humidity was so high. I remember we went to Walmart, and I got a camouflage moisture wicking shirt. That's what I wore out because it was so hot I couldn't even wear all my camo. So it was kind of just to get down there and start hunting for October. October's our start,
Right.
October 1st in Michigan. So yeah, we went out in the morning, and as it was foggy because it was so humid, but we thought we could hear some antlers just tickling out in it's a standing cornfield, but has a lot of foxtail in it. And so we grunted a couple times. I remember that. And then, about an hour into daylight, the first buck, started, we could see it coming through the corn. And so it was one we had on trail camera. So I got ready and I made a good shot on that one. And it took off. And on the video, you can see the other one jump through the frame of the camera when the one is taken off.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that one was there?
Yeah, not when I shot, but we had that one on camera as well.
Right, but you didn't know he was sitting there when you shot that other one.
No, we just seen the one. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, this other one comes to the exact spot I shot the first one at, and I'm like, "There's another one," and Dustin's like, "That's a totally different buck." I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, let me up." So we were gonna switch bows, right? Or I was gonna give him my bow. And that morning we hadn't set there yet that year. Obviously, it was our first time in, and so the camera arm didn't fit around the tree. We had a bunch of bugs that didn't.
Yeah.
We hadn't worked out yet. So he's handing me the camera just freehand while I'm trying to hand him the bow. And then I look at him. I'm like, dude, I got a wrist strap release. I'm like, there's no way it's gonna work. And so he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I shoot it? Because it's his lease or whatever. He's like, yeah. So I just ripped back on the second one. I think there's only like 34 seconds between shots there.
It's not quick.
Yeah, it's not edited or anything. And and that deer was backing up to leave. He knew something was going. I mean, we're carrying on a conversation and he's at 17 yards or whatever, So he's backing up, and I ended up shooting again. And I think the processors, he told me what the arrow did, but it either went just in front of the scapula and then hit that offside leg bone, but it cracked the offside leg bone. But he took off, and I was just kind of surreal. Didn't even know what was going on. And we kind of lost it there for a little bit. We got a little excited.
You look like me up there for a little bit.
I always lose my crap, but I was freaking out. And then we couldn't tell exactly on that second one how good the hit was, so we went to a local restaurant and played the video back on our computer. Give it a little time, but yeah, they actually died right next to each other too, which is crazy.
All right, it's the morning of October 4. We actually heard a couple deer in front of us already, so that's a good sign, but it's really hot, and actually the fog is just starting to roll in now, so stick with us and hopefully we get a few deer to walk by.
Yeah.
I smoked that one too, didn't I?
Yeah.
What just happened? What just happened, baby? 2 giants. Boom! Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. It's the morning of October 5. It is hot. It is 73 degrees right now. It's 90% humidity. What just happened? Who would have thought? Oh baby. He's dragging. Got him, baby. Both of them. Both of them. Yes. They're both dead right here. Oh my. Oh, look at this. Oh, dude, how are they dead right there? Check this one out. Big dog. Beautiful southern Michigan buck. Give me 1 second. Boom, boom. Giant. Keep coming. Southern Michigan buck.
Before we go on, if you guys haven't checked out Before the Echo, it's a live show me and Dan do a couple times a week. You're really missing out. So hit this little button up here and subscribe to that channel if you don't mind. All right, right back to the episode. Man, that was an awesome hunt for sure. Probably something you and your buddy remember forever, you know?
Oh yeah, it was. It was the whole thing was surreal how it all went down. And I'll remember it forever. And it was something that just doesn't happen, very often.
Right.
I've never had that happen
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely not too bad.
Got on the forum after Luke had told me about it, and did a lot of research, and you can find a lot of different tactics and ways people go about killing big deer. And then it's a lot of it's just applying them to your own situations, of course. And but yeah, going out of state, um, it's helped a lot. Just pinpointing different areas that maybe could be overlooked or unconventional, I guess. I killed a nice one out of the middle of a CRP field a few years back, and on a little popple tree that was about 5 inches diameter that was in the middle of the field. I looked at my tree stand back from like 300 yards away when I was walking to it after I set it, and I was like, I could see my tree stand like it was sticking out like a sore thumb. I'm like, this is nuts. But yeah, ended up killing a good one after he got up out of a bed 35 yards away and shot him. This past year, I actually tagged out really quickly again in October. I shot my 2 bucks here in Michigan on I think the 8th and then the 16th. But then me and Luke, one of my buddies, that Wolfie, he I had one picture of a nice buck, and he ended up making a play on that. With we did Dan's tactic with the wind midday wind switch, and I called him up and I'm like, dude, I got one picture of the buck. He was in there. It sets up for him on a certain wind, and then that wind shifted 90 degrees, so you could access it without him smelling you. And I figured he wouldn't get up. He might get up to move his bed a little bit, but he wouldn't leave that bedding area because it's open woods around there. And sure enough, he got in with a good wind that evening, and yeah, he ended up shooting that buck that evening, and it was a good one. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's it makes you extremely confident in what you're doing when you can play them like that. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jake, for letting us use that footage. Really cool hunt that you and your buddy will never forget. If y'all watching have any feedback for us on how the Hunting Beast has helped you become a better hunter, or before the Echo has helped you become a better hunter, send that to myself or Dan. I linked my email down in the description. We'd love to see your video, and maybe you'll be featured on these new segments we're doing on the Hunting Beast. Thanks everybody for watching, and see you next time.